Alright, welcome to day 77 of the Vera Series. And we can finally do it. We can reach level 90. And just to let you know, you need about 8.3 million experience to reach level 90. And if you saved your story, that should almost guarantee you 3/4 of the experience needed to reach level 90. But starting out, you want to go to your artificial island, and you want to go back to build, and you want to hit claim, because remember, you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. On top of that, don't forget to check your exchange door and get your weekly items, especially since we are going to level today. And try not to wait till Procrastinator Day to kill your enemies for the week. And another reminder, try to get your fishing to level 9, because we should be able to get some standard matrices through fishing next patch. Next, you want to do your Mia's Kitchen, and you want to knock out your 4 bounties for the day, and I just went with the Sparrow. Which brings us to Vitality, starting with joint operations. So for today, we got access to Bracer's Chest and a Shiro Matrix, the in-game, and Carnival Party. Now, these are some really good dungeons, especially if you reach level 90, but one unfortunate thing I have to say is the drop rates aren't that great. I believe the data leaks are correct to where it's about a 65% chance. I've been just opening up the third box, and I would say at least every 2 attempts, I'm guaranteed a golden piece of gear. And sometimes I get lucky and get a few extra. But for me, I'm mainly waiting till Tuesday so that way I can get boat and flame gear, because I'm going to be getting Lan in the future. But with our level increase, that means we need to level up our weapons and matrices. So you want to check out Interstellar Exploration, and you want to check Vera, as well as check Aspera, so that way you can see all of your Stargates. And how you can tell if you have a level 3 Stargate is if this weapon battery category has a number 3, it's a level 3 Stargate, but if it has a number 2, it's a level 2 Stargate. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you could always do Dimensional Trials. And if you need money, you could always do space-time domains. And if pressed for time, you could always make Omnia Beacons. But again, since we are finally 90, I would focus on just doing joint operations. Which brings us to our optionals, and that is giving gifts to your 1.0 characters. And the best way to do that is to go to the black market and talk to Hopkins, see this island and do the claw machine, and knock out your 2 trainings for the day. But what is not optional is to do your 8 fun zones, and if you have not already, do your 6 Greyspace fishers. But your biggest rewards are going to be in the Twilight zone, but you do have an 8-hour time limit, so you could wait on this. Next, you don't want to forget to do your racing before the end of the month, so that way you can get that free 400 Mirror. And try not to wait till the last day to do your security force mission, so that way you can get those old Vera coins in Mirror. You also want to go into your missions tab and click on an item and click use, so that way you can get to a point of research. Because remember, you can only hold a grand total of 20 energy, and you get 5 free energy a day. So you want to make sure that this does not cap. But if you enjoy these guides, I would greatly appreciate a like, so that way they can spread more on YouTube. Then we got our events. You want to make sure you're logging in enough time, so that way you can get all of your resources. And for the hide and seek event, today we can reach a grand total of 10,800 points, which should allow you to get most of the best rewards in the shop. And for the people that are thinking about getting Umi, you have a little over 2 days to get her, with Nemesis leaving in a little over 5 days, starting up the Tian rerun, which I'm looking forward to, so that way I can get his matrices. And of course, Fenrir ends on the 29th. And with it being a new week, that means we have another 7 Clare stream machines. So you want to make sure you attack monsters, open up boxes, even try to get machine parts, so that way you can get your 7 Clare streams. So let me know down in the comments if you got anything good this week. Then we got our weekly tab. You want to make sure you do enough things down here so that way you can get everything up top. Which brings us to our challenges. If you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's Kitchen so that way you can power yourself up. But starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So I was able to secure rank 3 at least last week because I had some pretty tough challengers, but I'm hoping once I'm able to get my hands on those Tian matrices, I can start climbing. So the first thing you want to do is take a look at this weapon bonus, and then you want to try to hit sneak to next level. And if your CS is high enough, you're going to be able to jump up 11 levels as long as you can beat that floor. But the biggest thing that will determine your rank is sequential Phantasm. If you're able to get a high score here, most likely you're going to get the top rewards for the week. And this week we already have someone who's on 420, so I have a lot of work ahead of me. Then we got the Critical Abyss. Now this is optional content, but you can do it so that way you can get clusters. Void Red, we got another attempt today, and you want to go ahead and knock it out so that way you can get those matrices. Void Abyss, now you have till the end of the month to go ahead and complete this. And this is a tech that I'm currently using, but this is mainly for a tank, but I do recommend that you try to get Electron Halo, and if you are dying a lot, you might want to consider getting Mechanical Core too. Wormhole, we got 5 days to complete this so that way you can get that extra energy crystal dust. Raids, you want to make sure you do the last 2 on Heroic, and you do Battle Test Area on Heroic. Frontier Clash, this week is Physical Resist, but you can wait until the weekend to get all attempts and knock it all out at once. Origin of War, you have till April 1st to complete this, and if you're still having trouble, you can wait until the last week to do this. Break from Destiny, you want to make sure you do this at least 1 time so that way you can get those 250 Dark Crystals. Apex League, if you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we got our daily buys, so you want to go to Shop, Haunt, and then buy your 2 Vitality Solutions. Now Now this is only if you can afford it, but now that we're level 90, I'm pretty much going to be running joint operations 24/7 so that way I can try to upgrade my gear. And if you can afford it, try to get your booster modules and your advancement modules for the week. Then we got the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. So you want to make sure you buy your advancement modules, your booster modules, and your Vera special gift for the week. And when it comes to the Potent Omnium Crystal, if you're at an 8.5 suppressor, you might want to go ahead and start buying these because we should get another suppressor level in patch 2.4. Space Time store, you want to buy your booster modules, your advancement modules, and your data repeater for the week. Support store, you want to buy your gold, your Space Time Crystal Dust, and your Space Time Crystal Fragments. And if you have return support points, then you want to go ahead and buy your Space Time Crystal Fragments, your proof of purchase, and your goat nucleus if you can. If you need help on how to do that, I got a guide on my channel. Point store. Now the only thing that you should spend your points on are for a spare special gifts so that way you don't have to do training, black market, or see this island again. But if you need to level up your matrices or weapons, you could always buy matrix data packs or weapon batteries. And with your critical abyss points, you could always buy clusters. But besides that, I just recommend that you explore the map so that way you'll be ready for 2.4. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If so, feel free to check out my Fenrir roles, but other than that, talk with you guys later.